Welcome to our brand new listing at 10957 Chimeneas Avenue in the city of Porter Ranch, California. Porter Ranch is located about 25 miles north of downtown Los Angeles. This particular home is located right around Reseda and San Fernando Boulevard, just south of Rinaldi. The home that we're going to be touring today is going to be 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, over 2,100 square feet of living space on an 11,126 square foot lot, and it was built in 1957. What makes this home so great is that it's also located in the boundaries for award-winning schools that include Darby Elementary and Granada Hills Charter High School, both always constantly rated between 8 and 9 out of 10. We can't wait to show this home to you. Let's go inside. All right, guys, welcome inside. We're really excited to bring you this home tour of our newest listing. So as you enter through the formal entryway, that takes you to your living room. And as part of your living room, you also have your stone facing and gas fireplace. So most of these usually were combined gas and wood burning fireplaces, but most people usually today end up using the gas as opposed to wood burning. All right, so before we forget, this home is currently listed at $1,100,000 in this neighborhood here in Porter Ranch. We wanted to show you this dining space right here. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of flexibility here. You can use this area as your dining room, right? Or if you wanted to, you could even use what's currently constructed as the living room. You'd be able to use that also as possibly if you needed a larger dining table experience as a formal dining area, you could still use that also and kind of make this a smaller living room. And you're thinking to yourself, well, if I use this as a smaller living room, where am I going to be able to entertain? Well, that's the beauty of this house, because the beauty of this home is that the fact that you have this oversized family room that's almost about 600 square feet. Most of these original floor plans, and these owners are family members of the original owners. And so they were actually, they bought it from the builder back in the late 50s. This house was built in 1957. So in this oversized family room, which they added a long time ago, this is where all the entertainment's going to happen, right? This is where you're going to watch the big game. This is where you're going to have movie night. You're going to be hanging out with families and friends and all the activities that you can think of when it comes to entertaining. This is going to be the place where it's all going to happen. And then of course it's large enough where you can do a couple things. Maybe you want to have the kids do their homework here, but you may be able to see that they have the closet doors here. So maybe you need that 5th bedroom. That's what you really need for your family. You would be able to do that. So, you know, there's space for you to be able to add on another bathroom if you wanted to in the backyard. We'll get to the backyard at the very end. So this house, we had our contractor and crew come in and do a lot of things. Number one, paint it, remove acoustic ceiling, for starters, and really clean it up nicely. And stay tuned at the end of the video. I'm gonna explain to you the program that we offer for all of our sellers to actually be able to renovate their house before coming on the market, and no cost up front. So stay tuned for that. So right now we're in the Breezeway. So these homes in this neighborhood have these breezeways attached. Now most people did not enclose their breezeways originally, but now you'd see a majority of the homes do. And so it's really nice because now you have this indoor space for storage and extra pantry. And one of the things we did here was we changed out the sink basin here, it was so cruddy and old that it just made sense to not even reglaze it, just to actually replace it. So this is where your laundry hookups are going to be, and then it leads you into your 2-car garage. So when you're coming in from your 2-car garage into the breezeway, and that allows you to come into your kitchen. I love, let me just say for the record, is I love how this is set up. It's a very 50s, mid-century modern, cool type of dining experience. And I get it, you know, people like modern, people like that breakfast bar. But you know, if you have smaller kids, and sometimes it's just better for the kids to actually be able to sit at a table. And so in the morning, you know, how nice would it be to actually be able to sit down and have a really nice breakfast in this eating area? You don't have to worry about having an additional table. So it's kind of cool. It kind of gives you that 50s dining experience, almost like a Bob's Big Boy, you know, type of vibe. And then here in the kitchen, we painted all the cabinets white. You have your double oven, and you have your gas cooktop with 4 burners, and you have your Corian countertops. They have a very large garden window here in front, allowing lots of natural light to pour through. And we don't have a lot of lights on here in the kitchen right now, but it's extremely bright. And the sun's already passed over us during this time of day when we're shooting this video. So the fact that you have this amount of light still coming through gives you a really good idea. And then what type of kitchen would it be if you didn't have a Lazy Susan? So that is your kitchen space. All right, let's go down the hallway, and we'll start in the front, and then we'll work all the way towards the back. So going through the hallway right here, all 4 bedrooms are on the south side of the house. You have your first bathroom, I should say. This is your hallway bathroom. Now, when we got the keys for it, these were a yellow tub and yellow sinks. And there was about 4 or 5 different colors here in the neighborhood. You had pink, green, blue, and as well as yellow, just to name a few. We had our contracting crew reglaze, add some modern light fixtures to this to give it a much more modern look. Okay, so right off that bathroom, you're gonna have your first bedroom. So again, this is a 4-bedroom house. It's a single level home, which really appeals to a lot of people. This bedroom is set up as an office, and it has access with a slider to the backyard right underneath the covered patio. So right as right now, we're gonna go to the next bedroom. Wanted to give you the schools for this property. Your schools are going to be Darby Elementary, Patrick Henry Middle School, and Granada Hills Charter. So, you know, here's another bedroom, but going back to the schools, Darby, when I first started in business almost 20 years ago, Darby was rated at about a 6. Now it's constantly rated as an 8 and a 9 out of 10 here in Porter Ranch. And then you have Granada Hills Charter High School. That high school is constantly ranked as one of the top public high schools in all of the state of California. So just having access to those schools, a lot of people move into this neighborhood because of that. All right, now we're gonna go over to your primary bedroom. This also has an attached bath. And so here, obviously everything else was painted. Up above, they had an old rickety ceiling fan that we had that removed and just put in a regular light fixture, and just looks so much better and gives it a much fresher look overall. And then attached to your primary bedroom is your primary bathroom. And so same thing here, we had the sink and the shower enclosure reglazed and just give it a much cleaner look. So it's nice here that you have your private bath to go along with your primary bedroom. All right, so let's go walk outside and I'll show you the backyard. The backyard is going to give you a lot of different options depending on what your preference might be. So now we're standing in the backyard. first, look how peaceful and quiet it is in this residential neighborhood. So a lot of pride of ownership in this neighborhood itself. So right now we're standing under the covered patio. And one thing I wanted to point out here is what we had our sellers do through our contracting crew is we took out the enclosed patio. It was very rickety, would be a nice way to say it, very dilapidated, and it just really opened this space up with your Sausalito tiles down below underneath the covered patio. And so, you know, here in Southern California, it's all about your indoor, outdoor living space. And so because of the temperatures and the climate that we have here in Southern California, it allows you to kind of make this space an extension of your indoor living space. So plus you got your large grassy area. Remember, this home is situated on over an 11,000 square foot lot. So maybe you want to add a swimming pool. You could have enough space if you really needed to add an accessory dwelling unit, but you have fruit trees back here and, you know, a lot of space for kids to play in, to entertain. You know, depending on how you wanted to customize, what type of landscaping you might be interested in, there's a ton of different options. So wrapping up, standing in front of this home, let us know in the comments below what you think of this home. Are you looking to move to Porter Ranch? Let us know, we'd be glad to help. But what I promised you at the beginning of the video is talking about the program that we offer to our sellers called Concierge Plus. And this program allows our sellers to be able to make repairs and upgrades to the home before the home comes on the market at no cost up front. All is paid through the net proceeds through escrow. And what we're finding right now, as many of our sellers are taking advantage of this program, ranging from $15,000, and we just started another one at almost $45,000 worth of repairs and upgrades. What we're finding is the average time on the market is about 10 days, which is significantly less than the market average. And on top of that, also, we're seeing that the return ranges mostly around 3 times what the amount spent is, but I'd say at the very least, it's 2 times, and a few times we've seen it as high as 5 times. So I would say as an average, you're looking between 2 to 4 times of the investment you end up getting back. But the most important thing in today's marketplace, you're seeing these homes sell very quickly because buyers know they can move right in and they look really clean. Any questions about real estate, any questions about this property, we would love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out. You can always send a comment down below, or you can reach out to us via text. That's 818-396-3311, and we hope you enjoyed this home tour.